So most people waste their best video moments without even knowing it. Today, we're fixing that. If you've got long videos collecting dust, you're sitting on a gold mine. And so in this Insider Live, I'm breaking down how to turn a single long form video into multiple short form scripts that actually work on Instagram, TikTok, and beyond. Now, we're not talking generic captions or random clips. We're talking proven frameworks and formulas. The same ones that these top creators, marketers, and ad pros use to be able to get attention fast, keep viewers hooked, and drive action. And so by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to spot the moments worth cutting, how to script them for maximum impact, and how to turn one piece of content into an entire short form arsenal. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So we've got Alphana pulled up. So like we talked about, let's go over some of this concept. So for people who are new here, what you could do is take any long form video and turn that into over 30 pieces of content. But today we are going to turn that into short form scripts. And so how do we get started? Okay. Now in the dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New. When I do that, I'm going to have my create window appear. And one of the first things I want to do is I actually want to be able to pull in a video that I want to use to come up with new short form scripts from. So I'm going to click down here in the bottom. It says add YouTube or upload. Now, when I do that, it's asking me now, hey, select your source content, right? Which video, what content do you want to repurpose? Now, I could simply drop a URL from YouTube right in here and import directly from YouTube. Very quick and handy for those of you that leverage YouTube or watch content on YouTube. I could select from a video or audio that I have on my device, right? I can upload it. I could connect to my Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive. But in this case, what I want to do is I want to reuse something I've already uploaded in my library, okay? I don't have to re-upload that again. Now here, I've got a bunch of videos that I've already uploaded and managed in my library, and I've got a couple. So let's look at this one, right? GPT just came out, right? 5.0. And it's gotten a lot of controversy. Some people have no idea what it does. Other people are blown away by it. And others, again, not great reviews. We are going to leverage this video. We're going to learn a little bit more about ChatGPT, GPT's 5 release, and at the same time, generate some short form scripts that we could put out. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit create, selecting that video. All right. Now you'll know that we've selected the video because down here it says exploring ChatGPT 5, right? Now I'm going to come in here. I've got a bunch of templates that I could do, right? Now templates are going to be different workflows, okay? Like for example, if I run a podcast, I could select my podcast content workflow. Or if I just saw a video and I'm a student or a teacher or somebody who's trying to learn, I could actually take that video and extract all the tips and the lessons and the insights from that video, okay? Now what's great is that we've got almost 30 or 40 different templates and workflows in here that you could choose from. But I'm going to go to my templates. Okay? Why? Because I created one called short form scripts. Okay. And it's loaded with a series of short form scripts that you don't have to come up with, right? We're going to help draft that for you, all based on the content that you upload. So I'm going to select this template. And if you guys stay till the end, I'll let you know you can get access to this template. Okay. And I'll tell you more how. So now that I've selected the template, I want to write my scripts. Now we already have everything ready to go, but here it's asking me to personalize it, right? I think each person, and we all are different, and we all have different audiences and who we want to appeal to. So in this case, I can select my tone. It already pre-selected conversational. I'm okay with that, but you can go more playful, straightforward, professional. Reading level, I'm going to select 6th grade reading level, right? It opens it up to a wider audience. But again, if you're talking to, you need PhD level type of audience and that's who you want to appeal to, go ahead and hit doctorate. My target audience, okay, now in this case, I'm just going to say creators and my language is English. Perfect, right? So now I know what language to write in, the tone, all those details. Now you can add more details in here if you want to. But for now, here's the instructions that we are going to pass to the AI to say, hey, please follow these instructions, right? I want you to write conversationally, 6th grade reading level, appeal to the creator audience, and respond in English only. All right, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit next. Now here, it's going to ask me if I want to edit the transcript. We don't need to edit the transcript right now, but it's great if you want to make sure it's accurate and you want to review it. I'm going to say no, and I could select a language, which English is already set up. That's the language of the source video. I think we're all set there. All right, let's see what this does. Now I'm hitting generate. And by hitting generate, we are now pulling in the video, we're analyzing the transcript, we're extracting the insights, and from there, we are generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short form scripts using key frameworks that other creators are using to go viral on different platforms. And so you'll see all of them here. They're all in progress. We're analyzing the video so we could start generating the content live. Meanwhile, you could always watch the video if you want to. Obviously, I'm not gonna, here we go. So you can watch the video, it's there, it's ready for you, but you could see here now, look at these scripts writing right before your eyes, okay? It's literally putting it together, piecing together the hooks, it's piecing together the meat, the body of the content that you need inside of these scripts, and it's generating a call to action right at the end of it. So now you've got 5 potential short form clips that you could record and put together so that you could put this on Instagram, on TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, because the algorithms absolutely love short form content. Now, before I forget, please, if you're on YouTube, hit like, drop a comment, tell us how you're feeling. The algorithm really loves that too. And so if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate that. And go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so back to where we are. Now, we took this long form video, okay? And we now generated new scripts that I can go and record. Let's read some of them. All right, first up is the insider hack, all right? And let's go, let's read this out loud, right? Here's a secret. ChatGPT can code games. Yeah, with just one sentence, you can ask it to create a playable game like Tetris or even Pokemon-themed chessboard. The wild part? It doesn't just stop at basics. It adds features like movie highlights, scores, and levels without you even asking. This works because GPT-5 integrates advanced reasoning and coding intuition, making it way more creative than before. Try it for yourself. Ask it to build something you've always wanted to play. Who knows? You might just design the next big thing. So look at that. Please go ahead, drop in the comments. What do you think of that script? All right. Now remember, this audience is completely different than perhaps your audience. You might be targeting coaches. You might be targeting students. You might be targeting B2B clients, agencies. But in this case, right, we pulled this in. It pulled in insights from the video, which was all about GPT-5, and we leveraged those insights to create a short form post. All right, go ahead, drop in the comments. Any questions, thoughts, tell me what you're thinking. Meanwhile, I'll pull this up here. So let's look at the beauty of the script, right? What were we doing here, right? What we asked the AI to do in this case was, based on this video transcript or text context, create a short form script that's 20 to 30 seconds long. Choose one insider level tip or hack from the transcript that feels exclusive, but is actually true. And then we kind of break down instructions for the AI of what to do. So in this case, right, for the output, it should be around 120 words total, right? We don't need long videos for these short form platforms, all right? We got to keep it short, keep it punchy. That's extremely important. We even say here to use an extremely conversational tone and casual word choice. Why? Because these things are very important for Instagram and TikTok. You can't go in there just sounding all formal, right? Again, it depends on the audience, but if you're trying to get your content to spread to more people, wider audiences, and go viral, it's super important that you maintain a casual tone, right? And using these word choices. You don't want to go all formal in there. Okay. We wanted to break the script into short paragraphs for readability, right? No big blocks of text. Look at that, right? You're not going to see one big blob of text. You're going to see short and punchy, short paragraphs, makes it easier to digest. And also, just like how I read the script to you, you can now leverage this to read the script to make your own video content. So we kind of go into detail, like don't include the section headers, don't label the sections, don't include timestamps, don't describe the visuals or B-roll, right? Because we're very focused here just on the scripts itself. The next step could be, let's figure out B-roll, let's figure out visuals and all of that, right? We want to start with a strong, short and punchy hook, max 8 words. Guys, nobody's going to listen to you if you're speaking, for 100 words as your hook, right? Your hook's got to be quick and snappy. What is a hook? The hook is literally the first 3 seconds of your video. It's what they hear. It's what comes in. It's what draws them in to want to keep listening and keep watching your content, right? And so if you want people to stay, you want to make sure your hook is important. And let me fill you in on a secret about this, right? Especially with hooks and especially with short form content. Your goal is not to get people to watch your hook and then jump off the screen. You need to get 100% of watch time. Okay, that's important for your video. I covered this in another session. It's super important that 75% of people who come watch that video, you get 100% watch time. They should actually reach the end, and you want to see that video re-loop back to the beginning. Okay, that's super important because that is telling Instagram, that's telling TikTok, YouTube Shorts that people love your video. They're watching to the end. Not only are they watching to the end, they want to watch more because they started back at the beginning again, right? These are all good things. That's why if these videos are, a minute long, 2 minutes long, people aren't going to watch it. And if you're just getting started, you're better off even going shorter. Do 10-second video, 15-second video. Start getting the algorithm used to people seeing your content and it re-looping quickly, right? So this is much different than like the session we're doing right now. This is going to be a long form session, right? I'm doing it live. We've got a live audience. You guys are here. You're paying attention. You're here to learn. And then we're going to clean it up and we're going to put this on YouTube, but it's going to be the long form format, right? And that's a different audience. But how am I going to draw people to my long form? I'm going to shoot and clip out short recordings from this video, and we're going to put that out and we're going to tease it, and then that's going to drive people to my long form. But at the same time, I could use content like this particular short form content to be able to funnel more people to my channel, to Alphana, to our company, to anything else that we have. And at the same time, I'm providing value and a benefit, teaching people about something, right? That is super important. So that's why we pay very special attention to the hook and all these details inside of the scripts. And then finally, at the end, we're like, hey, give 1 to 2 quick context lines, then explain the hack and why it works. End with a natural, low pressure call to action. So we just deconstructed this particular prompt that we have, what's working, how it works. And look at this. This is first output, first result. Now, the beauty, before we move on to the next hook with Alphana, is that you could custom tailor these hooks and the prompts and exactly how the scripts are. So for example, if you go and record it and you're like, hey, this is a little bit too short for me, then guess what? You can go back and click edit, and here you could say, hey, you know what? For your audience, you've seen your metrics. They do better if I do 45-second videos or 60-second. You just come in here and you change the number to 45 or to 60 seconds, right? So we are putting what we most recommend for most people, but it's important for each of you because everyone's different and your audiences are different. So go in, refine so that it can actually create the content in the way that you want it to, right? The same thing in here. You can configure how many words total. You can come in here and say, hey, you know what? I don't want it extremely conversational. I want it to be controversial, right? You could go in detail like that. And so go ahead and refine these. That's why we provide it to you. We kind of give you the building blocks and make it super easy. You don't have to come up with these prompts, but we make it very easy for you to tailor them to you. So that's the first one. This is called the Insider Hack short form script. We are going to publish this. So by the time that you watch this video, you're going to have access to it in your account so that you could leverage this particular hook and script. All right, let me see. In the chat, we got, sounds good. So give a suggestion on when making the script. Are we making a video? You answered the question. Thank you. Yes. All right. But, I will reiterate it, right? You're making a script and you're recording the video just like I right now read this script out loud. You can leverage that to be able to create video content, record yourself, upload it, and now you can extract and use that as a clip, right? And by the way, there's more ways to it. We'll cover a little bit more later, but here's the next one. Short form script. This is the PAS method, right? You got the problem, audience, solution, rapid fix. All right. This is a different framework for a short form content. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one out loud. All right. Struggling to figure out which AI model to use? You're not alone. You see, picking between GPT-4 Mini or even GPT-3 Pro feels like solving a puzzle without the pieces. It's frustrating and confusing, especially when all you want is an answer, not a decision tree. And so here's the fix. GPT-5. It combines all those models into one smart system. Ask a simple question. It'll go fast. Need a detailed answer? It'll take the time to think. There's no toggling, no guesswork, just results. So you could try it now and let it handle the heavy lifting for you. Boom. Now, again, let's deconstruct this. Number one, the hook. Is it under 3 seconds and is it under 8 words? Yes, it is, right? Struggling to figure out which AI model to use? Boom. Now, think about it as an audience. If you came across a video and the first thing you heard was struggling to figure out, which AI model to use, and you're there stuck like, wow, there's like 100 different AI models. What do I use? Guess what? You're going to continue watching the video because that was interesting to you. Okay. That's the second thing. What's important with the hook? The hook isn't to appeal to everyone. The hook is to quickly capture the people who are most interested in your video, because the last thing you want is a hook that draws the person in and the rest of the video is not about the hook. Because what's going to happen is that the algorithms are going to treat that as they didn't really like your video. Now, if people heard the hook and swiped and swiped and swiped, what the algorithms are going to do, and believe this or not, right? It's not that they're going to stop showing it to people. They're going to be like, oh, okay, this type of audience is not appealing to it. Let me show it to this audience, right? This one didn't appeal to it. Let me show, oh, wow, this person watched it. Boom. Let me find 10 more people like them. All right, I found 10 more people like them. And guess what? They kept watching. Now let me bring it out to 100, to 1,000, right? That's what the algorithms do. That's why some videos can get 10 views. Some can get a couple hundred. Some can get millions, right? Because their AIs are getting so good. Think about Instagram. Think about Meta and TikTok. They're spending billions on engineering efforts so that they can make content, find the right people. It's in their best interest to make sure that your video can actually go viral. Because if your video goes viral, it's because everybody loved it. It's because the algorithms are doing their thing. The audience loves your content and they're going to keep them on the platform. So trust me, they want your content to go viral. You just have to make good enough content that people love. And so that's the little trick that I would say. Anyways, now you got the hook. Again, this is the problem, audience, solution framework, okay? And that's what it is. It talked about a problem, right? And it's saying how you're not alone, how frustrating it is. This is what people have. It's like you want an answer, not a decision free. And then boom, what does it do? It introduces you to the solution. Here it is, and it's GPT-5, and it explains the benefits of why this is the solution. So this is actually a very common tactic. Now, you'll probably start watching some short form clips. You're going to see this methodology being used. It might be phrased differently, and it might be for a whole other topic, but this is a framework that you could use to be able to help your content spread to more people. All right. Next up is the before and after, right? Kind of that transformation, right? I'm going to pull up the prompt so we can read it quickly before we dive into it. And if you read here, it's like, all right, based on this video or text context, create a short form script that's 20 to 30 seconds long, show a relatable before state and then the improved after state, and then explain the key step or shift that created the change. Boom. So now we understand the framework. We understand the logic of what we want to do. Let's go ahead and read this prompt. Here we go. Frustrated by slow, clunky AI responses? Imagine waiting nearly a minute for basic results, only to realize you picked the wrong tool for the job. Confusing options, wasted time, it's exhausting. Now, picture this. Lightning fast answers tailored to your needs. Complex tasks handled. Sample requests done in seconds. It's like having every tool in one place working seamlessly. The game changer? The new GPT-5 combines everything into one model. No more guesswork, just smarter, faster results. So are you ready to simplify your workflow? Try it today and see the difference. So boom, it kind of introduced what was happening before. It tells you what's happening after. It provides that solution to you. Boom, now you've got the script that you can use for your short form content. So we have a whole variety of these. We've got the myth buster, right? This is like, here's the hook, right? Think you know the truth? Let's bust some myths, right? Windows Phone failed because it was bad tech. Actually, it was fast and stable, but no apps like Instagram or Snapchat meant no users cared. So this kind of takes you through the flow of like, boom, here are common things that people think. It's a myth. Figure it out. It kind of calls that out to you. These actually perform really well. Just imagine the visuals, right? Myth number one, boom, you put in the on-screen text. Windows Phone failed because it was bad tech. And then as you're reading it, you can kind of explain to the audience what that means. Do this, not that, right? If I read this prompt, it's like, all right, present one ineffective or outdated approach and contrast it with a better alternative. Then explain why the alternative works better. And then it goes into it, right? Like stop picking the wrong AI model, don't waste time juggling multiple versions, yada, 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 right? But like I said earlier, we could tailor and customize these prompts. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to make like a 60-second ad, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to like 200 words total, and we could see what that output ends up looking like, right? And let's see, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit generate. So now we've got already an existing prompt. I am refining it because I want to make it a little bit longer on word count and the time that it's spent on there. And we're essentially telling the AI, this result wasn't the one that I wanted. please go ahead and make me another one. And here we go. You could already tell this is longer than the initial version, right? Completely different script. It helps to kind of help put this out so you've got this version. All right, so let's read the do this, not that version for this GPT-5 video. Stop overcomplicating AI choices. Don't. Remember when ChatGPT had 1 million versions? GPT-4, 4 mini, 4 mini high? It was like picking a movie on Netflix. Endlessly confusing. You'd waste time just deciding which model to use, and most people had no idea which one was best for their needs. Frustrating, right? Do. Now, GPT-5 simplifies everything. One model, all capabilities. Whether your question is simple or complex, it adjusts automatically. It's faster, smarter, and you don't even have to play AI roulette anymore. Just ask, and it figures out the rest. Why it works? By unifying the models into one adaptable system, GPT-5 saves time and mental energy. It's like having an assistant who knows exactly what you need without you lifting a finger. So try it out. Ask it anything and see the difference. Automatically, you could tell this one was longer, but still, it maintained the structure of what to do, what not to do. It has the hook, it's got the body of the content, the meat of what the video is, and a call to action at the end. Now, in terms of tailoring, right? Try it out, ask it anything and see the difference, right? So I'm not OpenAI. Our company's not OpenAI, right? We're completely different, right? And you're probably thinking like, hey, I might do this on another video and it might give me a call to action that has nothing to do with my business. This happens, right? But that's where you can now tailor. What do you want the call to action to be, right? And you could standardize this on these prompts so that you could tailor it towards what your business is, right? So let's say end with a lateral, no pressure call to action. And it's, how do we say it? Like where we help you with AI, help you integrate AI into your workflows. So I'm just putting an extra little statement in there so that it has an idea. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit generate, because what you want to do is give it context of who you are or what you do so that when it does the call to action, it kind of tailors it for you. While that's generating, you could also set this up inside of your custom instructions. Okay. If you haven't done this before, this is where I'm putting details of like how I want it to write. I have my LinkedIn handles. I have my X or Twitter handles. I should just change that right now. Our website URL, because I want Alphana to remember details about me and what I want in there. And I could also say in here, like for my CTAs, always refer to how I can help others integrate AI into their daily workflow. I am making this up just to have it as an example, but you could see I just added now a CTA because this is what I want Alphana to remember for next time. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And when I do this, the next time that I upload a project and I create a piece of content, and in there requires a CTA, again, it could be a blog post, it could be a script, it could be anything, a title, it's going to make sure it integrates it into my script, right? And so just like in here, if I come in here, it's like stop overcomplicating your AI workflow. Look at that. It even tailored now instead of to AI workflows because that's something that I had in my preference that I just wrote in there. And look at the bottom. Curious how AI could streamline your workflows? Let's chat about it. So this could all be tailored towards what you do, right? Are you a fitness coach and you're like, hey, curious how I can help you lose weight? Boom, let's chat. If you are a pet store owner and it's like, hey, curious about which puppy is right for you, reach out. My daughter's actually wants a puppy, so puppy just kind of came to mind. But you could see how the CTAs could vary for every business. And that's why we made Alphana, because it's super flexible and can adapt to your use case and your workflow. All right, let's take some questions. Do you offer a knowledge base or do your prompts use them from ChatGPT? So we do a lot of fine tuning and training inside of Alphana to be able to get the results that you see here, right? There's not a database that you can access. And so in Alphana 1, we have the prompts that you see here, which kind of naturally tailor the AI to what it does. But we also have instructions that you can't see that's on our backend that helps to tailor the hundreds of different pieces of content that you can create in Alphana so that we can create a better structure. And then the layer that's right on top of that is going to be your preferences, right? So whatever you're adding inside of custom instructions can now help further refine the content that's being created inside of Alphana. That was a great question. Let me know if that helped. Good. I have another one, so I'll put it in here. Now, let me see what's another good one that might be let's see. Let's go ahead and do case study. I want to do a different project. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one this video. All right, this was a project I did. This was talking about AI-powered music, the ethical innovations, and the industry challenges. This actually extracted and pulled a series of clips and a newsletter that says, hey, I just watched this video on AI music licensing, so you don't have to, right? So great. I've got my just learned template. This helps generate LinkedIn posts, blog posts, as well as a newsletter. What do I want to do? I want to create a script, and so I'm going to go create your own. Now, again, I probably went really fast. In Alphana, you could actually customize every project by adding a card. So if I click add card, we give you access to an entire library of over 120 AI cards. These are different content pieces that you can create from any video, like LinkedIn posts, tweets, blog posts, etc. I'm going to select create your own because I have a prompt that I wrote that I have not saved yet inside of Alphana. And so now here I have my prompt. Based on this video transcript, create a short form script that's 20 to 30 seconds long. Share a single case study or example that shows a problem, the approach taken, and then the result achieved. So I've got all my instructions in here. Now I want to generate that, and I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. And we're going to let that run. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one out loud, right? Well, first, before I do that, let's go ahead and label good practice. I'm going to rename this one. All right. This is going to be my short form script case study edition. All right, click rename. Perfect. So now I've got that. So let's see what this one did. Ethical AI music, a game changer. Imagine this, AI platforms training on music without permission, leading to lawsuits and mistrust. That's the problem 11 Labs aimed to fix. By partnering with publishers like Cobalt and Merlin, they introduced an opt-in system. Artists can choose if their work trains AI, ensuring transparency and consent. The result? A step towards ethical AI music creation, giving artists control and reducing legal risks. Curious how AI could fit into your music strategy? Let's chat. So look at that. This presented a case study. It presented a case study of a company, right? A popular AI company who now is working with record labels and publishing companies to be able to offer their AI services and for them to be able to opt in to have their music train AI or not, right? They're asking for permission, which has been a very big problem with AI companies. And there's a big debate right now. I'm not going to get into that debate, but this gives you a nice case study, short form script that could be used. And so, right, if we're targeting musicians, if we're talking record labels or anybody in the music industry, this would be a great example video that I could use to publish and to put out. I can even go ahead and hit regenerate. That tells the AI, hey, this was good, but I think you could do better, right? And you could let that regenerate the piece of content, okay? Meanwhile, let me go to the comments. All right, ChatGPT has projects and you wonder whether they flow into the post because over the weekend, I learned that the knowledge base makes the AI less generic. That's a great question. Yes, ChatGPT's projects feature is very powerful. And so if you've got access to it now, that'll let you upload a series of documents or files that you have, right? You could do like PDFs or text, anything text-based pretty much. And it'll remember that so that every time you create a new item, it'll automatically leverage that information so that it doesn't create generic content. So in our case, again, we're doing a lot more on the back end. And the context of how we do things here is based on video. So adding a video to a project, like what we do inside of Alphana, is similar to how ChatGPT is doing it today, but with text files, right? Completely different. And so definitely take advantage of that. I use it. I think there's great use cases for how ChatGPT works and how we do it in Alphana. But yes, that's going to help you to get better tailored content when you're in ChatGPT trying to communicate, put together a plan, or anything like that. And here we go. Here's the final prompt. You can see it regenerated. Boom, right there. Sorry, the final script. And so that kind of covers a little bit about scripting. So any other questions? Please drop it in the chat. Tell me what you think. Was this helpful? Is anybody creating videos today? You could tell me a little bit more about that. I shall try to go live on camera. Do it. All you got to do is jump on and enjoy it. Look, and we haven't talked about it, right? What's the other reason of having scripts like this that work and that are already made? You could literally plop this into a AI avatar and have an AI generate the script for you, right? Generate the video. So these are things that we're also exploring. If you're interested, you can go ahead and shoot me an email. We've got a lot of surprises of things coming soon, so we'll talk about that more. Grab this. Record your own videos, leverage that content, put it out, and also take advantage. You can generate AI videos. Just grab the script, pop it in, have an AI creator record, And now you've got something that you can leverage. So super exciting times. You've just uploaded a video and now you're looking what you're going to do with it. You're interested in this because you have your own avatar already. I love it. Yes, definitely. I'll let you know. Please shoot me a message inside of the chat. I am looking for people who want to jump in on the beta. But yes, again, the idea is you could leverage other people's avatars as well as your own, right? And they work out really well. So congrats. I'm so happy that you're creating a video. Your content, your video could get put out, be repurposed, shoot more content, and get more exposure with people. Right before I drop off, it's super important. We are publishing right after this session directly inside of Alphana. We are publishing the scripts that we just showed you right now, and we're publishing a template. So all you need to do is go on ahead, and most of you who watch this video, click create. You're going to find the template in there. It's going to say short form scripts. Select that template and you'll get a series of short form scripts that will automatically generate from your videos. All right. And not only that, they'll be published as AI cards. So as soon as you hit add card, you could search for script and you will see now these scripts automatically there. So you could just select the one that you want and it'll automatically generate for you. So appreciate that reminder. Yes, these short form scripts will be uploaded into Alphana. You guys are going to have access to it shortly. Most of you, by the time you watch this, it'll already be there. So go try it out. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button, drop a comment below, tell me what you think. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just hit that subscribe button. The YouTube algorithm loves it. It helps us out. We're trying to reach more people. And it's those of you that help us grow. And if there's anything that we could do to help you, please, I want to know. So thanks again. Hit like, subscribe. That's this week's Insider Live. I'm Sebastian Mora, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Alphana. So I love you all. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.